Hello everyone, my name is Michael Redding. As you can see, I'm a member of the Society of Model Shipwrights. The Society has a number of members. We specialise in maritime subjects throughout the ages. Most of us make models and nearly all of us carry out research. And it's on the subject of research I want to talk about today. As you can see, I believe that research is something that's essential to model making. You need to understand the function of a ship or a boat, in particular the equipment that's on board, what that's all about, why it's there, what it does. Some years ago, I made a model of a destroyer, HMS Cambrian. Here's a photo of her. And I had a particular problem in the making of the ship. And here, by the way, is a real life photo of the actual ship on a return from an Arctic convoy in World War II. So it's not a very good photo, and I apologize for that, but it's the best that can be managed given the conditions. It's the midships part of the actual ship. And as you can see, the sea is a little bit murky and the weather conditions are not that brilliant, so hence the poor photograph. But you can see in the center of the photo, above the Carley float, a platform on which a gun is mounted. And I was unable to, at the time of the model, have any decent pictures of that particular mounting. When I'm modeling, I find it essential to understand why a mounting is in a particular position, what the mounting does, how it functions. The particular mounting is the Hazemeyer Gun. It's a twin 40mm Bofors. It's in a stabilized mounting. It was developed in the 1930s by the Swedish firm AB Bofors. It's mainly for anti-aircraft use, but it's also very good against small seagoing craft that come close to the ship. Problem is that destroyers have a habit of pitching and rolling. So it's not at all easy to maintain sight on a moving target. So in the late 1930s, the Dutch Hazemeyer Company, which incidentally is a subsidiary of the German Siemens Company, developed a radar-controlled, stabilized, self-contained mounting. The stabilizing was manually controlled. Unfortunately, it wasn't very reliable. Because of the ship's motion, that could be far quicker than the skill of the rating, whose job it was to keep the mounting level. The Royal Navy was the only navy to use this mounting in World War II. And here's an extract from the plans that I was working to. And in the middle of the photo, you can see the Hazemeyer mounting. Not a particularly good drawing, although of course they try to make it as detailed as they can, but it's way too small and it just doesn't show me enough to successfully make a model. So I then need to turn to my reference books. The first book I'm showing is Naval Weapons of World War II. It's an extensive book that shows various navies, and it shows a lot of drawings and photographs of all types of different gun mountings, from the very largest down to the very smallest, and includes torpedo tubes, mines, depth charges, radar, and so forth. And the second book is Destroyer Weapons of World War II. This obviously highlights the weapons on board destroyers. It covers the British Navy and the American Navy. Again, it has excellent photos and drawings. Now, here's an extract from the books that shows the Hazemeyer mounting. Much better drawing, much larger, far more detail, gives me a better idea of what this mounting is all about. As you can see, I'll just point it out, there's the Hazemeyer mounting with the Bofors gun in the middle of it, and the various mechanisms surrounding that gun by which it is elevated, controlled, and fired. The other thing which I find very important are a set of photographs of whatever it is that I'm making. Again, I have a series of photographs in my library, and here are a few of them. They show the Hazemeyer mounting. This one's quite good because, as you can see, the ship is rolling, but the mounting is maintaining a level position. You can appreciate, though, that the average ship rolling around is going to do so to a greater extent than the mounting can possibly accommodate. And this is why they weren't as successful as was hoped. And my third photograph is a sideways elevation of the mounting. So you've got your decent drawings from the books, you've got your photographs. You need to understand and study the photographs and the drawings together so that you can fully understand how the mounting functions and therefore be able to make a decent model of it. And here is the model, the modelled mounting, sideways view, and an overhead view. I hope I've done the mounting justice in my modelling. And I just thought I'd show you a few photographs of close-ups of the model of the ship. Here's the midships, and again in the middle of it you can see the Hazemeyer mounting. Either side of that, the torpedo tubes. To the left, one of the 4.5-inch high-angle guns, and in the front, the searchlight platform, part of the funnel, and part of the 27-foot whaler. Here's the stern. Again, you can see both of the aft 4.5 high-angle mountings, the depth charge throwers, the ready use racks, and at the extreme stern, depth charge chutes. You can also see some circular objects towards the stern. These are the chemical smoke canisters. Although it's always said that smoke screens were made by the burning oil through the ship's funnel, in point of fact, the smoke floats were the most productive form of producing smoke to make a smoke screen. Here's the bows of the ship. showing the two forward 4.5-inch high angle mountings and the capstan gear on the foredeck. And then we have the bridge of the vessel. Again, that was a subject that needed quite a bit of research in order to find out the various bits of equipment on the bridge, where it was mounted. And you can also see the original director on the bridge in front of the lattice mast. So that's all I really want to say at this stage. I welcome anybody to our society. We're a friendly bunch of people, although I apologise, I probably sound a bit severe in this talk. Bear with it though. And I can only emphasise that before you start upon a model, you really must research. And while you're making the model, carry on with the research. It's a valuable part of modelling. It's an enjoyable part of modelling because you find out all sorts of information that you didn't previously know. So, many thanks and goodbye.